Like it's a song that Mouse has called Vanessa. You go look it up. He had King Louie. This is the only song that I know that King Louie and Durk on together. During the middle of that war, I think King Louie got shot up maybe six weeks later. But they was in the building, they was in the house together on 107 Cottage Grove. I brought them to that house. Louie had Krump with him. I told him keep Krump crazy ass outside because he was the reason why I felt like a lot of shit was going on. Durk came with D-Thing. I think he had Chino with him. They came. They won't move by nothing. There's probably a million BDs around the perimeter, which you can see it. You know what I'm saying? And me and Mouse. In one of our trap houses, AK on the table. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel it because I raised you so high in the air to fall so far down, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurt, I get it.
Oh, for sure.
But I still love him. And Mouse so young, like I tell him, of recent, you know what I'm saying? You so young, you can still, it's still wide open for you. You ain't no old nigga. Let's think about how old Durk and them is. Mouse still damn near 10 years on your deal.
That's crazy. And they was tight at one point in time, right?
Yeah, like family. Durk still like family. You know, he just reached new heights. He gone. Chino gone. Chino dead. D-Thing dead. That's like family. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Chino was cool. D-Thing, and what I mean by cool, like we talked on the phone. We linked up about business situations. They gave me advice what I should do with Mouse. Any plays, big plays came through with Mouse because Mouse was the second biggest, like Chief Keef. So when Wiz Khalifa and them was showing up in Chicago and Gucci Mane and they wasn't calling Durk and they was calling Mouse. So hey, call Durk, shot him. Tell me about to go do Wiz Khalifa. Should take Durk down there. All this shit documented, all this shit on YouTube. I did everything I could for the city, for the folks and the BDs and all this shit, music wise. I don't care about the rest of the niggas in the street. I know I can't save everybody. I ain't no Peachtree nigga. But as far as this money we was chasing in the drill scene, like it's a song that Mouse has called Vanessa. You go look it up. He had King Louie. This is the only song that I know that King Louie and Durk on together. During the middle of that war, I think King Louie got shot up maybe six weeks later. But they was in the building, they was in the house together on 107 Cottage Grove. I brought them to that house. Louie had Krump with him. I told him keep Krump crazy ass outside because he was the reason why I felt like a lot of shit was going on. Durk came with D-Thing. I think he had Chino with him. They came. They won't move by nothing. There's probably a million BDs around the perimeter, which you can see it. You know what I'm saying? And me and Mouse. In one of our trap houses, AK on the table. And we sat there like grown men. And they talked and they both said it wasn't them. They didn't have beef. It was they inner circles going at it with each other. King Louie had Big Homie Doe with him, his manager. He was with him. And Chino was with Durk. They were all businessmen. They all had businessmen. That's how Durk where he at right now is no surprise to me. We knew he was going that way back then. Just how D-Thing and Chino thought and how they was putting it into dirt. And SB too though. SB was with them at the time, but they was thinkers. You know what I'm saying? They weren't thinking about that gang shit. That gang shit, even though whatever they was, what they was, nigga, them niggas' minds was on some money. They was on that boy career going to the top. And I was too for Mouse. That's why I said on my Say Cheese interview, nigga, Mouse would have been bigger than Durk. Because I had him on the path to do that, our path got thrown off. It took time. Me, Chino, and D-Thing both know it's gonna take 8 to 10 years to make them superstars. We watching this shit. We watching how other people's careers going. 8 to 10 years to be superstars. Stay consistent. See, Durk stayed consistent. Durk is the superstar. That was the plan. He followed it.
Did you ever see him surpassing Chief Keef at that time?
Yes.
Back then when Chief Keef was buzzing on fire?
Yes. Because the way they thought towards when you go over Chief Keef in their career, the way they thinking. You leave one set of BDs that's thinking about number, really money and really business, how to monetize this and that, going like real business, like all that BD shit that y'all see it on the internet, but these niggas really in the room with all type of business. Be like, but then you'll go over there, these niggas really sitting in the mansion with guns. They look bored, like they're about to shoot each other because they just got their guns. They just all the way out here bored and drove upstairs with his wife like a hostage, and they just in the house. And so now Durk was outside moving the groove and shit straight. So that was the difference. So if you ask me, yes, I been saw that Durk was gonna pass him up. Yes, 100% sure.
Straight.
Just off the motion.
Oh, but I mean, you mentioned the name. I don't know if you got any actual interactions with him aside from that particular day. But I haven't heard too many people talk about him. The dude Mubu Krump. Like, does y'all have like an actual history or just
no?
Okay.
It's just that I ain't like what he was doing because he was fucking King Louie career. I ain't like that. I understood now King Louie, that was his man. He loved him to death. Even that day, man, Krump cool, man. He made him stay outside. Krump tripping, nigga. I come well with niggas. They in there. He tripped. He acted crazy, and walk your ass down the street, Krump, please. Straight up, it was like that. Like that. See, Ferguson told us, dude, he didn't see. That ain't you. You want to do business and get to this money. Look at this nigga acting crazy. You see what Krump at? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I mean, even King Louie seemed like he stepped away from the music, you know, because he had.
I don't know why though. It kind of threw me for a loop. Last time I seen we was all at the United Center. We was with Future, and he was with Drake, and Drake had brought me and Mouse over there to his locker room because he was gonna bring Mouse out. He was looking for Lil Reese. He wanted to bring all them out on stage that day. All the niggas he had rapped about or said something about. So Drake wound up that night just shouting them all out. Because we got stuck in the hallway with Future ass trying to go smoke when Drake was getting his breathing treatment done and shit. He needed like a quick 30 minutes, so we like, fuck, we ain't about to see it. We're gonna go back down the hall to the visitor locker room to smoke. And when you're in the United Center, once you do that, it ain't no niggas in control. You got the police outside, like, hey man, don't come out the hallway. It's Drake walking, this shit's over with.
It's strict.
So Mouse missed the opportunity to come out that one time because he was the only one really there to come out on stage with Drake. So Drake just shouted all their ass out that day.
No, for sure.
King, that's the last time I seen King Louie. He was with him then. And I'm like, man, he had the OVO chain on. I'm looking like, oh, you gone, huh, motherfucker?
Yeah, he tied in.
Yeah, you gone, huh?
Yeah.
But that's the last time I seen him. I ain't really heard nothing else more. That was after he had got shot up and shit. So I thought like they was back on the move. But you know, I ain't heard shit else from him.
Well, as far as like, what about do you still kick it with Chief Keef?
Nah.